Welcome to my review of the Tempotec Sonata HD Ⅱ, or the second generation model. As a full disclaimer, I received this from the actual Tempotec AliExpress store. I was not paid to do anything in this video, and all the thoughts and opinions are my own. So this, like I said, this is the second generation of the first one, the HD ⅓, which is a Cirrus Logic DAC and looks exactly the same. This actually uses a different DAC, which I'll talk about in a bit. And yeah, let's get to what you actually get. So it just comes in this little box, it's black, not much on it. A little bit of company information on the back, tempotec.com.cn. There's address information, website, and all that good stuff. Open it up, you get this metal kind of tin case, as you just saw in the introduction. So the key thing is with this one is you don't have to flash firmware across. The first one you had to flash firmware for different functionality, but on this one you don't have to do that. So you get a high-res stick if that really matters to you. And this only works on Windows 10 and Android, Mac, and maybe Linux. I'm not quite sure, but I've tried this on Windows 10 and on my phone, which is a Poco F2 Pro. Not a problem. So that is the USB-A to USB-C adapter. And this is the actual audio adapter itself. It looks basically the same as the first generation, so it's just black. So there's Type C. There's a strain relief kind of at either end. And that's it, not much to really say. But this model, which is key, is you don't flash firmware at all. This uses an ESS DAC, and the original uses Cirrus Logic, so you don't have to flash nothing. And the only key thing is with this, you have to plug your earphones into it first, then into your phone. And it's also, as I'm going to show you, compatible with the Tempotec V1A. It should also be compatible with just the V1 model. As you can see, that's a 4-pole one, for example. But any headphones should work. And then plug it into the actual player. Either way, I just picked it with the actual writing up. Unlock the screen. And there you can see. You can't hear that, but the audio is actually coming out of the earphones. Inline buttons don't work. That's one thing to note with this, but obviously that doesn't really matter. It's just an example. Now the best way to describe this product is using the AliExpress page, as it's got quite a lot of information on. It's much easier for me to show you than kind of explain it. Anyway, so this is the main page. 50 orders, but only 6 reviews, so I guess some people haven't had them yet. £22.30. Only the one model. Scroll down here. Now this is the key point between this version. This basically is the second generation, and the first one is you do not have to flash firmware. So that says 3 firmware here. You had to flash firmware, different firmwares, to get different functionality. On this one, you don't have to do that. The difference is when you plug your earphones into the adapter and then plug into your phone, then that will trigger the different mode, which I'll show you in a bit. But going from the specs, both Type C, both line out. The HD Ⅱ has got 70 milliwatts, at 32 ohms got 60, so it's a bit more. The older one uses a Cirrus Logic DAC, and the ES is a ES Saber DAC. This one does 32 bits, so 24 bits. This is basically like the next step up over the last model. They both pull 2 volts. So 2 volts is where you want to be, really. Like, for example, the Apple Type C to 3.5 only pulls 0.5 volt if it's an EU variant. So this is, compared to an Apple dongle, this is vastly more powerful, as you can see. Obviously it supports microphone input, which they both do. This supports DSD if you need to do that, which is 128 DOP. The older one didn't. Only one firmware, you don't have to flash it or anything. Microphone, as it states, is detected by the earphones. So it detects if you go 3 or 4 pole, and it obviously works for Android phones. I have a Poco F2 Pro, like I said, it works fine. Mac and Windows 10 only. Obviously the older one you can use drivers. Again, the specs are there. Information here. This states there's a driver support, but I don't think that works. That's just for the other models in the lineup. Obviously, you've seen me on the unboxing section. That's what it looks like. Just black, very subtle. Works without a problem. There's another picture. You can see 3.5 to Type-C, which I've already shown you. These are just some of the fancy images. That's how it's just plugged to a phone. Very straightforward. 4-core, 6N single crystal copper. That's just how it's constructed. And this is where basically it will show you which mode. See there? This doesn't have a microphone, so you plug that into there first and then that into your phone. That's just how it triggers the mode, as it states. This order cannot be reversed, very straightforward. So music mode, which is basically the same as the earphone. Plug your headphones in there, then into your phone for pure music. Same thing again if you're using it with a laptop or a computer, Windows 10 computer. Comes with a USB-C to USB-A, USB-A to USB-C adapter. Uses the ESS 9270 DAC. Bit of information about it there. Call mode. This just detects if you're using something that's got a 4-pole, and this image does, for example. As it states kind of the headset image. Again, very straightforward. Same with the headphones, which is 3-pole. The size, so 11.3 full length, and then between them is obviously 6.3. Just how it looks with a phone, and obviously you've seen what you get, and yeah, that's it. So this is what it looks like in Windows 10. I'll show you playback first. Ignore everything else as they are specific to my use and my computer. It is the TT or USB audio. That's what it comes up in. Again, for Windows 10, if you're using a new build or fairly new build, you don't need drivers, it just works. So let's click Properties, Levels. So this is what it is out of the box. I have not changed anything. So you will have to lower these, otherwise the volume of your earphones will be really loud, so you have to change them. But this is the out of the box settings. Advanced. That's where you can pick, obviously way overkill, all the way from 16-bit 44.1 all the way up to 32-bit 384. Again, anything, if you can get even up to this level, it's more than good enough, but it's way overkill. But it does do this, and it does do DSD, which obviously you've just seen on that actual AliExpress page. Leave it at that. Spatial sound is off. So this is all out of the box settings. Recording, again, see this one here, USB audio, is what I'm recording this actual voiceover with, and obviously because it's plugged in, the second one, the microphone obviously does work. As you can see, it's picking up this voice as well. So click Properties. So it's TT USB, obviously short for Tempotec. Levels, it's set a maximum. Obviously you'll have to change that for your earphones that you're using with an inline mic. Change it to whatever level you need to do, whatever's necessary. Advanced, obviously you can pick one channel, 16-bit and 24-bit 48 Hz, which is pretty good. And yeah, that's it. So no drivers are needed for Windows 10, just plug and play, and that's it. So my conclusion of my video of the Tempotec Sonata HD Ⅱ, the second generation, I think it's really good. It does everything I expected it to. Works for 4-pole and 3-pole, as you can see. Works on Windows 10, not a problem. Works on my phone, the Poco F2 Pro, not a problem. It's got 70 milliwatt output at 32 ohms, and you can pull 2 volt from the source. So for most earphones and IEMs, you won't have any issues at all with this. Build quality seems good. Uses a Saber DAC as well, a known quality DAC. And yeah, this gets a recommendation for me. I had no issues with it whatsoever. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.